that. It'll be something for you to try and see how, let us know how successful it is. So, yes.
And cure alcoholism.
I beg your pardon?
Alcoholism.
Alcoholism. Well, you see, in cleaning this, the reason is sometimes we have an earthbound spirit who is an alcoholic, number one. And because of that, he hangs around and creates this desire for alcohol. Or then when this Ho'oponopono is done, for whoever is influencing or affecting him, creating the desire, so whoever it is, maybe 10, maybe 1. So you do Ho'oponopono for those people and this person. Then, and this person and those people. And so that may help. I would say it would. But then the other side of the spectrum would be is a depletion of certain vitamins that that person is lacking. But after you Ho'oponopono with this, then you can move into the other and finding out his dietary lack. Yes.
We had a case of a woman who passed away about 6 weeks ago. She has been an epileptic since childhood. In the last 10 years, she's been insane. She's been in a nursing home. It wasn't bad enough to be put away altogether. She died 6 weeks ago during a seizure. And her body was so twisted, they couldn't display the body at all. Put her in a closed coffin. My question is, you do just a puna for her.
Yeah.
Would that be enough, or would we have to go to all those entities that were probably possessing her at that time and all these years?
I would do a Ho'oponopono.
Could we include them all at the same time? Or
No,
we
I would
have to
work
do
them separately. Do one for her, and then you do for the others. So it has to be 2. You work for her and the people and her family, relatives, and ancestors, because it might be something in her ancestral line. Then you can do for her, and then ancestors and her. So you have to work it both ways. She and the ancestors, ancestors and her. Then her and any of the influences outside. Anyone who is creating or has affected her during her life, or lives, whichever it is.
That technique is better to use than to, as we sometimes do, just invoke the entity and talk to it and teach
No.
it to them. That's a little too dangerous, right?
No, I wouldn't like to talk to spirits because you may not be able.
Very rarely do, but on
Yeah.
occasion we have.
I see. Well, the question has come up about this person who was confined and had a mental problem
10 years.
over 10 years,
She's been an epileptic all her
Yeah.
life.
an epileptic all her life, yeah, and died about 2 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. So what do we do for her? I would say the Ho'oponopono. Between herself, relatives and ancestors, and then herself and these other influences that may be affecting her in her life or have affected her. And them with her. She and them with her. And transmute it. So that in her life, on the other side, she will be able to, I said, have a better transition, or she may not be earthbound. A lot of these people would be earthbound, I would say. Yes, most of them would be earthbound.
Is it advisable to do it for everyone who passes away?
Yes.
Even though they're beautiful souls, like my mother was a very, very beautiful soul, and I have never felt the need to do anything for her, because I knew at that moment that she was in the light already. But is it advisable to do it anyway?
The question comes up, is it advisable to do for someone that's departed who is a beautiful soul like her mother? I would say yes, because maybe in this lifetime she only shows that part to you, but she has other incarnations to work on. You're helping her. I'd say on every death, I would say it's a must. Yes.
Would suicide be a special case?
Now this is another question that comes up. is suicide a special case? Now this is suicide, violent accidents, or killing someone, murdering, a very traumatic situation. They are earthbound, and they're really a painful situation for these souls. When we do them, it's a lot easier to speed them on. A lot easier through Ho'oponopono. Many of them have made their transition within a very short time. Yes.
Do I dare ask, was that ever done for Max Freedom Law?
The question says, does she dare ask? Has it ever been done for Max Freedom Law? I should ask that question for you Huna students. I haven't thought about it. But I think even if it has, would be a good idea to do so for Max Freedom Law. But there are times that some of us will become so engrossed that you idolize a person. You can keep that person earthbound. And that's another thing that is wrong, that when a person says, I like him so much, he's a teacher, and I idolize him, so there's an attachment that you're placing on that person and prevents him from making that proper transition.
But didn't you say all suicides are earthbound?
All suicides are earthbound. My experiences with all earthbound souls are very traumatic. But you are not experiencing the experience of an exorcist. Remember that. You are like a counselor, talking and working this out. But there is no traumatic effect that you will have. That's a beautiful part of it. Whether the man, like if he was a murderer, are you going to go through this experience of experiencing with that person? You will not. Because you're on the sideline as a counselor working this between this person and that situation and this. You're not involved.
It'd be well to do it for all your friends you know have committed suicide, and it would help any of them.
Lady says, it would be well to do it for all our friends who have committed suicide. Yes. It's the greatest gift you can give them.